It's time.
Hello, somebodies. We are
The Nobodies.
What are we doing here today?
Today we're going to be listening to one of the greatest classic rock bands of all times, Boston, with the song More Than a Feeling.
I don't recognize them personally.
Well, you weren't born in the 70s. I wouldn't expect you to, but I will guarantee that once you hear this song, you will say, "Oh my God, I know this song."
Yeah.
That's how good the song is.
We've been breaking into rock, haven't we?
Yeah, we did a couple of rock songs. You know, our channel's all metal, but we're going to
Rock's good.
Rock
is original metal.
Yeah, we're changing it up. It's 2021, baby.
Yeah, it's metal's core. Let's call it that.
Yeah, it's got to start from somewhere, right?
I'm son.
And I'm father.
Let's do this. Oh!
This song.
This song. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. I was like, wait a minute. Alright. Another thing that plays in tons of and freaking commercials. And
Everything. It's classic rock. It's in everything. But the funniest thing is the way they look. You know, we love the look of the 70s with the big afros and the tight freaking...
Yeah, and the freaking pencil, whatever that
mustaches
is, mustache.
And the bell-bottom freaking, leotards that they're wearing.
It's the 70s.
It's the 70s, man. You know, Saturday Night Fever...
Like, you know how much it sucks that the job I work at only plays 60s and 80s on the radio? No, I need 70s.
Yeah,
that's where it hits.
70s is because it's classic rock, you know? It's like, the 80s had great music, but the 60s were
Depends where you look. Depends where you look.
Yeah, it all depends. But the 70s, this band is, everybody knows Boston. I don't care if you could say, oh, I don't know Boston, who it is, what it is. You've heard this song. This song is known all over the freaking world.
Just another band whose name I had never heard before hearing their iconic song. That was good.
I look back on these videos, and I know my uncles. I got, I got 5 uncles, and
I have 5 great uncles.
And you have 5 great uncles, and they all lived through this time. They all had the LP albums. Excuse me. They all had the LP albums, and and they used to bring me. I was 10 years old, even 8 years old. They used to bring me into the basement, and they're like, "Listen to this band, listen to this band." And I never understood what they were doing. I'm like, okay, it's music, but I'm like, you know what? This is our Metallica of today. This is our Korn. You know what I mean? It's like we're gonna, generations ahead are gonna look back and go, "Wow." I look back at this band right now. They're playing. I'm like, can you imagine being at a show? Just high school, and you're freaking hanging out with your friends, and Boston's on stage, and they're just Boston.
They're Boston.
You know what I mean? Like, did you look at them? Like, I would be staring at them going, wow. You know what I mean? Like, they got this nostalgia to them, like rock and roll, old classic rock and roll. It's like, man, I wish I was born in that time, because there are some freaking amazing bands that came out of that time, from the Beatles, you know, to Boston, to freaking Yes and Zebra, and then the list goes on and on and on and on.
We're at that point. Like, rock required... metal was an evolution of rock, and that's why you see that same talent that, like, you know, you grew up with, like, in Metallica and Korn and all that stuff.
Well, you could see the hair, like, you could see where it's
calmer metal. It is calmer metal at the end of the day.
But it's like, I just wish I was, like, in the crowd watching them at their, you know, what are they, maybe 25 there? You know, maybe 22, 23 years old. Beautiful.
And just having a good time
right
dancing
right out of freaking high school, a band. You know, and there's so many bands like that, and you're like, wow, you know what? They're actually pretty freaking good. You know, just like the bands of today.
When I'm tired and thinking cold, I hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I close my eyes and she slipped away.
It's got like 30 seconds left. Never mind.
They kicked ass. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. And I didn't know if I wanted to bring this up, but I saw Boston with your mother at Jones Beach probably, I'm going to say 10 years ago. I don't know the date. I could be totally wrong, please. But it was
10 years ago.
It was probably 10, 11 years ago. And I'm going to say that probably not even 1 year later that the singer ended up committing suicide.
Yeah.
So it happened. And
it should be talked about.
It should be talked about. And don't
tell someone.
Yeah, don't ever freaking hate on depression. You know, if you need help, go get it.
One last thing I wanted to say, freaking the riff plus the clapping really does create something that's more than a feeling. I think they hit that.
They did.
They did hit that perfectly in this song.
Mm-hmm. More than a fear.
I don't know how on that beat that is, but whatever. So guys, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and tell us down in the comment section below what songs we should listen to. We can take your requests. And press the little bell next to the subscribe button to get notified every time we upload a video. I'm Son.
And I'm Father. Rock on.